So, how do we let go of rushing around, trying to get somewhere, living at a fast pace? What's the alternative, right? And I know this one very well, and I'm constantly having to observe this one inside of myself, which is why I want to bring awareness to it today, bring some light to it. The speed of our world's in a lot of fear. Our world's in a lot of love, but our world is in a lot of fear. Of course, right? But what happens when we're in fight or flight, when we're in fear, for a lot of different reasons, is for some reason we speed up. Our brain thinks, if I can get somewhere, if I can get there, if I can get it done, if I can get to this island, then I'm going to be all right. So we're hurrying up to get there and we're rushing. There's a lot of reasons under it. One of them is because I'm not enough, because I'm not lovable, because I'm not worthy, because I'm not safe. So we're hurrying to get to enoughness. Okay, well, if I get all these things done, then I'm going to be enough. Someone's going to tell me that one day, or whatever it is. So for us sensitive souls, we feel the energy of this fast-pacedness, because we're all connected. We can sense when someone's in a hurry, right? Which again, if this is you, me too, in the past, and that's why I'm speaking to it. This is all with innocence and compassion. So our world is at a very fast pace, so we feel into it. So we're these little ones, and we grow up in this fast-pacedness, and we're like, well, I guess I'm supposed to do this too in order to be safe and enough and worthy and loved and fit in and to get to this place I'm supposed to be getting to. So that leads us nowhere good ever in the history of ever. And what we don't realize is that there is another option available to us that we can create in life, because we think, well, if I'm not doing that, Jamie, that like I have a family to take care of and I have to make money and I'm building a business and whatever it is that you're going through. Like, I get it. On one level, I get it. But there is a space inside of every one of us that when we slow down, not do nothing, not totally be lazy and escape from the world, but just slow down a little bit, we have access to, I call it love, peace, love, well-being, a space inside of us that has motivation, more motivation than when we willpower ourselves by rushing around and running and doing and filling our days and checking off I did this and I did that and I'm getting here and I got to throw this idea. And if you're anything like me, what I used to do is feel funny sitting still. So I'd throw something in there I thought I could do. Right? Recovered from that one. Anyone else? But we can be fully functional, abundant, creative, healthy, happy human beings without trying to get somewhere. Just by being present and slowing down enough. Because what happens, I know this might sound crazy, you're like, what is this? The fast-pacedness is living at the level of our brain and our programs, which is only a small piece of the puzzle, and it is so skewed to our own past, so subjective. So it's giving us a best guess at life, and then the next person's best guess, and then the next person's best guess, and we're all running around in our best guesses. But what's underneath the best guess, and as hippie or woo-woo or out there as this sounds, it's true, is love. Is your connection to the universal whole. Is your connection to your wisdom. Is your connection to energy that comes from the inside. Is your connection to ideas and creativity. So how do we get past this rushness? We just start to see what it is and see that we don't need it. The only reason we hang on to it is because we believe that we need it to stay safe. Well, if I don't hold it all together and it's January 5th and I just hit the gate like a horse running and I go, then I'm not going to be all right. We don't realize, and this is a challenge because our brain is going to go, no, 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 you got to hurry up. So I'm telling you this from another human. I'm in that all day where my brain wants to be in that old pattern because I grew up in the same world where it wants to just run and slam and put all this stuff in there and go and grab and walk really fast. And I have to just observe it. Oh, look at that. Look at that thing that's trying to get somewhere that never feels good and only leads to more stress. Could I just reel her in, reel it in, reel them in, reel him in? Slow down just a little bit, not to do nothing, not to be lazy, but rest in this space that I'm speaking of that lives before our frantic mind. We don't realize we're more than our thinking mind. Like we're not just our liver, we're not just our big toe, we're not just our brain, we're a spiritual being. And thank God that comes with wisdom, that comes with energy, that comes with motivation, that comes with ideas. So we're living in this like tiny part of us because we all think that that's weird to talk about, as opposed to, hey, everybody, let's just get real about what we are. We're atoms in a quantum field of a loving energy, and we have a brain. And when we slow down out of this speed of matching the speed of the rest of life, it's just a habit. Fast-pacedness is a habit. It's not truth. It's not how we all have to live. And we've all just moved in that direction for so long that we're all like, well, everybody's doing it. I don't see another way because we're pack animals. But if we start to slowly move in the direction of love, which is what we're doing in the awakening on the planet right now, it seems to me, we give everybody this breath of fresh air. Oh, look at that. That person's more grounded. They're more peaceful. Look at that. Ideas are coming to them. They're energized and motivated, and they're not doing it from a place of fear. And it's innocent. We've not been told, hey, if you just take your foot off the gas a little bit and be the noticer of the habit of rushedness or whatever, however it plays out for you, trying to get somewhere-ness instead of being in it and we're like asleep to it. I always say see it and not be it. You just kind of wake up out of it and you're behind it and you're like, oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to just take a breath and see what pops up behind that when I let go of taking that rushedness so seriously. And good stuff pops up. So my wish for you is you get to start to feel into this new way of being in the world, and then we can create a ripple effect in a positive direction that clearly we all need right now. So let's meditate on that. Let's meditate. The link to the music is in the chat. It's really challenging, you guys, when everybody's doing something. You think, well, like, it's so unsafe to try something different because you're like, there isn't another way. And it can seem so scary to be one of the only ones trying something new. But a way around your brain, a way around your ego is to let it know you're trying an experiment. So I do this all the time with my brain. And I'm like, okay, maybe this hurrying up to get somewhere and throwing all this stuff in my day and saying, hey, Joe, how you doing? Great, man. I'm so busy is like the cool thing to do. So brain, maybe you're right. But what if there's a whole world of love and peace and beautiful feelings that's unconditional, that's a gift to every human that we just haven't tapped into yet? What if that's a thing that Jamie speaks of? Then I'm just going to experiment. I'm just going to experiment for these next 15 minutes with her. And then maybe, all right, this week, let's just practice. Every time I feel rushed, what happens when I just observe it instead of go into it? Does another idea pop in? Does more energy pop in? Like, let's see what pops in. So just experiment. Gorgeous. So laying down, music on if you want. We all have the capacity to change and to heal and to grow. And it's really cool that you guys meet me here in this space, because having support when you are on a journey of growth and expansion is crucial, because otherwise it's really disorienting and you're like, whoa, I'm feeling all these things and I don't know how to navigate it. And sometimes it can feel scary to be peaceful or loving because not everybody's doing it. So to know that, you know, you have this support when you find these new spaces within yourself, you can always reach out to me if you need to. Each other. Closing your eyes, sitting up, laying down. And starting your new year off grounded and present, and knowing that this is going to take some time. Your brain that has been in a pattern your whole life of needing to fire you through a cannon is not going to go away in this meditation. You might have an insight and some space from it, but day by day by day by day, you just start to experiment and notice it and not trust it. And be real patient with yourself. So let's just let the eyes relax and soften. Let's feel that physical connection between the body and the seat underneath of us. And just breathe. Just breathe into the belly. Consciously creating a new way for ourselves and for those around us. It's really cool when you start to come into this way. You are a healer for everyone around you, because people will slow down because they'll be like, oh, this person doesn't need to rush so much. I have permission to slow down too. Soft eyes, soft shoulders, soft belly, breath into the belly. Breathe. Feel the body on the ground. We're just grounding in and slowing down. Just that is enough. We're coming down into our body from our head. There is another space within us where we can exist. Maybe we can call it our soul, our energy, our essence. Maybe even the word personality, your own original personality before programs. And slowing down helps you begin to see that space. Otherwise, we are just a whole bunch of ball of habits existing, just that visceral reaction in our nervous system, and that isn't who we are. It's just a habit. Breathing into the belly. Allow the floor, the furniture, whatever's underneath of you to hold your body. Letting go of your tasks, your responsibilities, your life, your work, whatever it is, like you're just at that park and your blankets laid out and you've got your feet in the grass and your arms are open and you're just laying there and the sun's on your face and you don't have anything to do and you don't have anywhere to be. And you're really patient with yourself. As we're not saying to go off the deep end and don't exist in life, we're just saying slow down a little bit. That maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised with what we find. Everything is soft. Everything is slow. And all we're going to do now is start to see it and not be it. So whenever we notice a contraction or a gripping or a speed or a rush or a obsessive thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. With love and compassion, we observe it. From that calm place. Look at that. Because we can be calm while that's occurring. Look at that rushed thing my brain learned. It's matching everybody else around me. Didn't know there was another way. And we breathe through the energy. We let it wash in and wash out. So we just practice watching it move like a cloud in the sky. We don't hang on to the cloud and let it take us. We just sit on that picnic blanket. We breathe, we slow down, we let go. We notice the tension and the rush. We don't try to control it. We just see it and we say, I understand. I get why you're here. You were trying to keep me safe and like everybody else. And as always, we say thank you, but no thank you this time. As I am ready to upgrade to unconditional love as the most real thing I know. Because this trying to get somewhere thing isn't helping me feel good. And it's okay to have goals and create. But we can do it from a place of presence and inspiration and inspired action. Not running around. Creation from love has a sweet feeling to it, as creation from fear has a fearful feeling to it. And we begin to slow down and navigate by the deeper feelings. And we just slow down from fear and we watch it pass by. And then we allow ourselves to rest and bathe in the love when it is present. We are safest slowing down and resting in this unknown space. Really feel yourself at this park on this picnic blanket. Feel the speed of the sun, the speed of the trees and the birds, the presence that you too can exist there and have a fully functional, creative, abundant, thriving life from this place. This year I open to a new option, and whenever I start to run too fast in my head, I just consciously take my foot off the gas and catch myself. It can be easy. Whoop. There's that habit again. That's okay. Just gonna slow down and feel my bottom on the ground and take a breath. Let this one pass. And wait for a softer piece of wisdom to come into my mind. Follow that one instead. Open up a whole new path for me. Breathing, settling in, and just observing. Letting it pass and resting in this sweet space a little longer. It's no effort here. It's simply opening up to something that already exists within. How much can you slow yourself down? Just being present with that connection between your body and the seat under you. Feeling the balloon in your belly expand and release on that park blanket, looking at the sun. When we live in this space, we are the medicine, the real medicine that the planet needs during times like these. Breathing into the belly and releasing. Being the observer of the old. Expanding into peace. Welcoming a new possibility that we may never have thought could exist unconditionally. That we may never have realized we are worthy of just by being human. We don't need to do anything or be anyone different. But I'm here to remind you so that you can remember too. Let those eyes soften and place yourself behind them. Just experimenting for today. What if I catch myself each time I speed up? Just noticing, that's all I have to do. My noticing shifts direction, moves me into a new state of being. Down in the breath, feeling the body on the ground, slowly starting to stretch and wiggle and bring your awareness back. Whenever you're ready. Opening your eyes to the afternoon. Moving into a new level of consciousness. Thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you next week. And maybe I'll see some of you tonight on my Insight Timer Live meditation. Totally free. Oh, yay! Perfect. You're so welcome. Good. I'm glad y'all liked it. I know we missed the last two. It felt weird because last week I was back working and I was like, where are my friends? Feels weird not to have it on Wednesday. Yay, I'll see some of you tonight. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody. I'll see you soon.